Hello, I'm Marco Cerrusi, Director at Green Gecko Digital. Today I'll be talking about backlinks and how to build backlinks and why they're so important to a successful SEO campaign. Okay, so to recap quickly, what is a backlink? Very simply, a backlink is a link from another website pointing to your website. Coming on to how to build backlinks, there are many strategies we use here at Green Gecko Digital, but I'm just going to discuss 3 with you here today. First of all is competitor analysis. By using premium SEO software, we can input our competitor's URL and then download a list of every single backlink they have. We can then collate this data and ask ourselves some questions such as, first of all, do we want a backlink from this particular website? Second of all, what is that website's domain rating? Is it a high domain rating and likely to help increase our domain rating, or in fact, is it a low spammy referring domain which we want nothing to do with? And thirdly, is this site actually relevant to what we do as a business? You know, is it maybe in the same city as we're based? Is it in the same industry that we're in? There's got to be some relevance and some key link there. Okay, the second strategy, which is a really great strategy, is the skyscraper strategy. And this is essentially where you look at the existing content out there for the keywords that you want to rank for. And if you think you can better that content and add some really great, new, valuable insight, then what you do is you write that content, you publish it, and you reach out to the people that are linking to the current top 10 results and say something like, well, you know, we've just published a brand new page on this particular area that takes into account X, Y, and Z. Maybe it's some new legislation or something like that. And that gives your page a bit more credibility and a bit more value. And then what you can end with is something like, well, would you mind linking to us because our page is more complete, it's more up to date and provides your users with more valuable information. So it's the skyscraper method whereby you're actually doing better than the existing competitor content. You're going one step above that in the hope that those people that link to your competitors will now start linking to you. The last strategy that I'm going to discuss here today is the broken link building strategy. Great, very easy strategy. This encompasses using premium SEO software where you'll be able to identify where websites are linking to your competitors, but in fact that link is broken. So you may find that your competitors have changed a URL over the past, or that page no longer exists, but they're still getting a link from another website. In which case, reach out to that website over here and say, you know, are you aware that you've got this link, but it doesn't actually go to a real page, it redirects somewhere elsewhere? You know, would you consider linking to our page that is extremely relevant to your users and what they're looking for? Again, it's a really good strategy and you can really use it to advantage when your competitor websites have done a lot of work on their website, they've changed URLs and haven't put any consideration or any thought into how that affects their backlinks. Before we go on to one of the most important areas, which is what constitutes a good quality backlink, would you like a free SEO audit? If you would, and you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, scroll down to the description and book in your free SEO audit with me. Alternatively, pop to our website and you'll be able to book in your free SEO audit that way too. Okay, so we know backlinks are incredibly important to a successful SEO campaign because Google uses them as ranking signals. But what actually constitutes a good backlink? You know, when we're actually conducting our outreach program, how do we define our shortlist and minimize our shortlist and reduce that to a list of websites that we really want a link from? So first of all, one thing to take into account, which I alluded to earlier on in the video, is the domain rating of that website you want a link from. You know, it's got to be a good, decent domain rating, ideally higher than yours, that will increase your domain rating. And with that in mind, you know, you don't want links from low quality sites, spammy sites. That's not going to do you any help. In fact, it will probably do you more harm than help. Okay, coming on to relevancy. So it's really important that the backlinks that you build are relevant to your website in some shape, way or form. Maybe it's a similar industry, maybe located in a similar city. It's got to be related in some way or form. It can't be, you know, an international link in a completely new industry. Google's not going to put 2 and 2 together. Google needs to understand your niche and be able to rank you for your keywords within your niche. Okay, so lastly, one thing to think about is follow or no follow. Not all backlinks will pass on that link juice. It will pass on that juice from the high referring domain over here to your website. Some are no follow, which means it doesn't pass that across to your site. Not necessarily a huge issue, and of course you want a nice natural mix between follow and no follow links. If you're really looking to move the needle and to increase your domain rating, you want to target, really good quality websites with a high domain rating with follow links. Okay, so to summarize, we've spoken a bit about backlinks. We've discussed 3 strategies how we can build backlinks, and then we've talked about 3 variables on what constitutes a good quality backlink. Thanks very much for listening to the video. I hope you've got value from it, and as always I like to leave you with a pathetic SEO joke. Why did Tiger Woods start studying SEO? To get his #1 ranking back. Thanks very much for listening. I'm Marco. Enjoy your day.